Yeah, hi there. This is Victor Pross. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about government. Now, maybe it's known to you, maybe it's not, but I am a anarchist or a volunteerist. I know that has very negative connotations to it, especially anarchist. But I'd have to do another video to unravel all that, all the mess that's tied up with that designation. But let's just say, for purposes of clarity, volunteerist. You can look that up. Now, there's a lot of arguments against the volunteerist position, the anarchist position. There's a lot of arguments in favor of government, and I couldn't possibly handle them all in one video, but I'd like to take a look at just one particular criticism that's always leveled at me, or anybody that holds my position, and there's a mass of people that do, of course. Now, that argument is this. We need a government because there's nasty people in the world. We need a government because there's nasty people in the world, and we need to be protected from them. Now, the nasty people, of course, that we're speaking of are murderers, thieves. Um, that's the kind of nasty people that we have to worry about, because there are very evil people in the world, and by which I don't mean like somebody who jaywalks, or somebody who smokes a joint, or or somebody that I don't know, breaks somebody's heart, or whatever. I mean, we're talking about killers, and we're talking about thieves. So that's why, you see, we need a government to protect us. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people will argue in favor of government. Medicine, education. That's another video altogether. Let's just deal with the fact of, there's nasty people. And another thing, too, that we're always reminded of is the squalor of human nature. Don't you know that human nature is nasty and vile and maggot-infested? And that's why we need a government. Okay, now here's the problem. If we're going to unload and criticize and shit and dump all over human nature, and the fact that there's a lot of nasty people in the world, and of course human nature as such sounds something as damning of all of humanity, but that's what the phrase is supposed to categorize. Human nature, we all have human nature, right? And how bespotted and ugly that is. So we need a government because of ugly, atrocious, maggot-infested human nature. Well, let's ask a question, though. The government. I mean, it sounds like some kind of floating abstraction. It's like God-like consciousness, the government. But really, in reality, not fairyland or floating abstractions, is not the government nothing other than an aggregate of human beings? Is it not comprised of people? Isn't that just what a government is? It's not some separate entity that's where you have human nature over here, and then you have government over there, or you have government over there, and then you have the mass of citizens over here. We're all people. It's just the fact that it's a set of human beings that have imposed rules in a geographical area and laws, and enforced it by violence. That's all. They're human. So what is true for the average citizen, ugly and deplorable that he is, because he has human nature, human nature, human nature, human nature. Do not politicians have human nature? I mean, is their human nature sprinkled with little angel fairy dust? Are they philosopher kings? Are they divinely appointed? Are they the result of divine providence? Is that the idea? Well, it seems to me that a lot of nasty people are precisely the type of people that go into politics and have much more damaging effects than any private citizen could ever inflict. I mean, let's take a look at the worst case scenario. Somebody is murdered on the street. It's pretty terrible. But then you have the fact of democide, which is wholesale murder by governments. Governments that murder their own citizens in large scales. Democide. Genocide, democide. Then you have theft. Well, is not taxation theft? Taxation is nothing more than the mass legal plundering of enormous wealth. And money does represent your sweat, your toil, your resources, your energy, your time. And the government has expropriated hundreds and thousands of millions of dollars of wealth produced by other people. This is theft. And all the legal mumble jumble and all the propaganda to the contrary, government officials are simply people. That's all they are. They're just a set of people that have opposing moral standards, and they create laws, but they place themselves above the law. They're an exception to the laws that they create. It's not my opinion. It's a fact. Just all you have to do is open your eyes and look at the world, see what they're doing. Never mind what is said. Never mind the propaganda. Never mind the rhetoric. Never mind the sophistry. Never mind the fanfare and the press kits. Just look at the facts. Look at their actions. When you look at their actions, I think it all speaks for itself. Thanks.